Hello, welcome to our new episode of Inter Talks. I'm Rafaela Vitória, Inter's Investor Relations Officer, and this videocast is produced by the IR team to bring valuable insight into our business. Today, our special guest is Guilherme Ximenes, our Chief Information Officer, who will deep dive into technology, AI, and how we leverage our business to scale. Gui, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Hi, Rafa. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's start a little bit about your background. We like to talk to our officers about their history. You've been at Inter for almost 10 years. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
It's been a really nice journey, but before, I would like to tell a little bit of my background. I'm an electric engineering, and I started at Accenture as a managed consulting. And I like to say that I learned a lot to deliver technology projects in Accenture, managing complex projects and so on. After that, I moved to Go Airlines and worked with a lot of digital initiatives in a time that digital was not a word that was said. It was most common to say around e-commerce. So I learned a lot how to build systems to work 24/7, to serve the clients in a more automated way. And after that, I went to Smiles, where I had the opportunity to work with the whole technology stack, from infrastructures to applications to help desk and so on. And at Smiles, one interesting thing, we launched the first transactional website in cloud environment that by that time was a pretty pioneering thing. It was a really innovative thing. And then after that, it was a really special moment, I think, for Inter and myself. And at that moment, our global CEO had a vision and ambition to build a truly digital bank. And I had the hunger and technology skills to help him build that. And it was really nice that we didn't make a big plan around digital transformations. And yet at the same time, we didn't fully realize the potential that we were building in 2015. So in the early years, it was really nice that we were the first bank to build the digital account opening process, the onboarding process. We're the first one in Brazil. And that led us to scale the customer acquisition that we had. And it was really important because before that, we were open like 5 to 10 to 50 accounts. And after digitalizing that process, we moved to 100, 200, 1,000. And that was amazing. And right after that, we made a bold move that we took all of our transactional systems and core banking systems to cloud computing. And no bank in Latin America had done that before. And it was quite important for us. And shortly after that, I think we were in a very special moment at Inter that we had a goal of reaching 1 million customers. And I think it was a magical moment. All the company was towards that goal and reached that. And after that, we have a lot more to tell. So I'll wait for you, Rafa, for the next question so we can talk more about.
So the digital account was a great success, like you said. Very fast, we went from 1 million clients back then to today, over 40 million clients, more than 25 million active clients. What would you say are the key pillars of our platform today to serve this 25 million customers, active customers we have today?
Besides our non-negotiables, that I say that we have the non-functional requirements like security, performance, availability, redundancy, cost. The main pillars that we see is scalability. So how we can build a platform that scales and can support the millions of customers that we have in a very high standard around quality and serving the customer all the time. Like since we're digital, we have to be on 24/7, so it's really important that. The second one is acceleration. So we rely on robust DevOps pipelines to deliver software quickly. We use data to understand our customer needs to build the products and features and staying ahead of the market. We are known to release a lot of products, a lot of features, and that's a way that we can train ourselves and enhance our products to to make, we have projects that we discontinue, but I think that our acceleration, our fast pace helps to keep the innovation pace. So the third one is focus. So we aim to deliver value through balancing innovation, technology, and revenue for our business. So we aim to build the best experience for our customers, at the same time how we can control costs, build an infrastructure that is efficient, and lower our cost to serve. With these pillars in mind, we have achieved a lot with Inter. We were the first digital bank in Brazil. We pioneered the credit underwriting in a digital way. And then we launched our fully integrated marketplace, and we introduced our global account in the last 3 years, which is a huge success.
So you mentioned several products and services, and this is actually one of our key competitive advantages, to have a complete suite of financial products and services. It's a key differentiator for Inter compared to our peers. How do you see the platforming of the app, and how does this bring for our clients operational efficiency?
So like platforming the app, we go beyond, we build an ecosystem that goes beyond only banking, the digital banking. So we can put on the same environment, on the same app, like all the verticals as investments, e-commerce, our shopping, loyalty program, loans, insurance, and so on. And most importantly, we can build services that we can reuse them in different geographies. So for instance, we use the same identity, the same payment rails, the same risks, analysis of our transactions. So this allows us to expand into new geographies much faster than our competitors, because we're using technology all the time. So it's really hard to build the platform, but once you have a platformized technology, we can reuse that to scale and serve millions of customers around the globe.
And how does the cloud architecture help us be more efficiency in our operations?
Because of the cloud architecture, we can build modular services and have microservices around our environment. So we have more than 4,000 different microservices, and that helps us to scale faster. This also allows us to expand to new geographies, and we want to work as similar to Uber. Like you have one app of Uber that you use throughout the globe, and depends on wherever you are, it has a different experience. So that's what we're building, and that's what we're aiming to achieve next.
In our Tech Day in May 2024, we introduced the hyper-personalization concept. Data is very relevant for that project. How has the hyper-personalization evolved at Inter? How are we using data to leverage and to grow services and products to our clients?
So it's important to say that the hyper-personalization is not a project, but it's a concept that it's an ongoing effort to get to know the customer even better day by day. And we want to go to know each customer one by one. So we have a lot of data sources that we can work on to understand what is Rafa doing, how I can serve Rafa whenever she needs with the products that we have. So we have a lot of areas in the app that we can cross-sell and upsell, offering you products that will make sense for you. So for instance, we have created a geolocation engine that I can help customers know that whenever they are like at Disney or at the airport or any store that he may benefit with a cashback that we offer to them, we can target that customer and warn them. Okay, so buy a gift card and earn some cash back. You have a better price if you work with Inter. So that's a really nice example that we're using hyper-personalization to fit the customer's needs and help him save money with his daily purchases.
Yeah, I've experienced that. I travel a lot. Whenever I arrive at the airport, I get a push to either use the global account to convert to the VIP lounge,
Uber, to get a Uber,
gift cards to buy dollars. So I get some warnings like that.
Yeah, so that's really nice. And we are helping really the customer to save money. And we can do that by using data. We have many different sources, inside, outside. We get data from outside also. And combining those data, we can create a very high personalized experience for our customers. And from 2024 to 2026, we saw dozens of millions of reais in new revenues that we're able to increase the conversion rates of our products using that hyper-personalized experience to the customers.
As our tech officer, I assume you have a lot of experience, you see a lot of usage of AI in different fronts. How do you see this impacting the team and impacting Inter?
I see AI as being a pillar, not only for technology, but enterprise-wide. So we are using throughout all the company, and it's not treated exclusive for technology. There are some articles in the internet, like from MIT, that says that only 5% of the companies can achieve and can unleash the power of AI, and much of that is because of data platform. And at Inter, we've been building that data platform the past 7 to 5 years. We have a very robust data platform, so imagine a lot of data sources that we have, with a lot of data pipelines that we have to build, like in real time, in batch, to gather all of that data, treat that, bring quality to the data, and then spread the data to our employees in our different areas to extract the most value of it, how they can build business intelligence with it in its many ways. So that's one of our biggest strengths, I believe. We have a very robust data platform in place. And from 2024, that we did the Investor Day to here, we launched more than 200 AI models in production. Not only traditional AI, we're using machine learning to improve our risk analysis in each PIX transaction, but also for credit underwriting, and also using generative AI to increase productivity of our teams. So AI is becoming a fundamental part of our technology stack. And we see 3 major areas of improvement and that we're working on. The first one is the customer experience, how we are tailoring the customer experience using AI to understand him better and provide a better user experience. We also have a taskbar that's an agent that in the beginning of 2025, it was a conversational AI agent, and we ended the year with a transactional agent. Now we can do PIX using the agent, buy gift cards and so on. So I think the future is looking toward that way. The second one is operational efficiency. So we are automating a lot of back-end processes and back-office processes, bringing our cost to serve to improve over time. And the third one is our software development process. We are using a lot of AI, and today we see around 40 to 45% of the line codes that we are generating using AI. So that's a huge improvement from 2 years ago, and we see that just increasing towards the future.
You mentioned hundreds of initiatives in AI. What would you highlight as an AI project that you were focusing on today?
It's hard to pick one, Rafa, but the hyper-personalization with the taskbar, I think is the one that I'm working right now, and I think it's a way that we will get so close to each customer that I'll be able to call you Rafa and talk to you as a human being, but using AI to do that. So I'm very excited about that. We are working like in the coming months to release a version of how you can talk to your statement. So you can like ask questions like, where did I spend the most last month? What should I do with my bonus that I receive? So it's very exciting times. The technology is improving every day. So that's my favorite pick, if I would pick one.
That's
between
amazing.
Like hundreds that we have. So.
Maybe we can have a Rafa AI agent to answer so many questions from investors. Where should I invest my money? What's a good opportunity? As the economist, I get so many questions about where to invest. Maybe we can put all that information in an AI agent.
That's a really good idea, Rafa. We could pick all of your investment reports and all your talking, and then embed that into an investment agent that could be the customer personal investment advisor. So let's work on that.
That's amazing. You also mentioned AI in underwriting, and this has been one common question from our investors as well. How can we improve credit underwriting and manage risk, especially in our industry with some fraud detection, early fraud detection as well? How do you see AI improving those areas?
Like today, coming first with the fraud detection, we do 30,000 picks per minute, 30 to 40,000. It's a really big number. It's a very, very high usage of picks that our customers are using. And we have to check all transactions. So we have more than 30 models that are checking their velocity, transaction velocity, the account destination, where the money came from, where it's going. So it's really important, and AI has helped us to avoid a lot of frauds that we know it has in the market. So anti-fraud, we have made very huge improvements using AI. When you go to credit analysis, when I was talking about the robust data platform, that helps a lot our credit analysis team to build several models. So we are testing a lot of models. We run them in production, and then after like 2 to 3 months, we improve them again. So we are always improving. And since AI is becoming even more intelligent day by day, our credit analysis has been improving with that technology improvement. And around risk management, we have developed AI tools to help in anti-money laundering. And with the combination of Gen AI with traditional AI, we are able to improve our reports like in 10 times. They are 10 times better. They are reducing back office effort to run those. And it's helping us a lot to reduce risks of our operations.
Real-time information can speed up the management decisions in credit underwriting and credit management.
Yes, real-time information like geolocation. Let's say, for instance, we can know where the customer has spent their New Year's Eve. So we can combine a lot of information, especially real-time information, to enhance our models.
Yeah, Mauro is very happy about it.
Yeah,
improving.
Yeah, we're working really close with Mauro to enhance those models.
So as the economist, I get asked a lot of questions about the future of the dollar, the future of interest rates and inflation. In your case, you also get questions about the future of technology. We live in a very dynamic world, things changing so fast. How do you see these new technologies that we already can see in place changing the future of the financial system, the financial sector?
I'm starting to see a shift from human-driven interfaces to machine-driven interfaces. So as everyone is using ChatGPT and Anthropic, Claude, and so on, and other tools that use generative AI, I'm seeing that we're going from a conversational experience, and some point in time that we are already seeing that the customer will delegate tasks to an agent to do like financial transactions, so on. So we are preparing ourselves to have our APIs ready and very secure to expose them to those agents. We will create agents inside Inter for our customers also. So we aim to create like a persistent agent that will be watching your transactions 24/7, and it will do transactions for you. And in order to do that, we will strengthen our layer in order so the customer can approve and delegate in a secure way to the agent, make transactions in behalf of the customer. So this will be really important. So I see like the agents doing transactions for the customers, but the customer will have the human, will have power, and will delegate that and will supervise that behavior for the agent.
You said when you joined Inter back in 2017, and João had this vision about changing the industry, creating the first digital bank in Brazil. And over these years, we continue to innovate. What do you see is the key to this consistency in innovation, this culture of innovation that we keep very consistent here at Inter?
I see 3 main pillars for that. First is culture, then a technology, robust technology platform, and the third one, a long-term mindset. On the culture side, we have a culture that we want people to experiment, to try, to fail fast, and to learn while we are building things. And as I mentioned before, we build like more than 180 products. We're building things all the time. So that's a way that we can experiment and improve our products. So that's really important. We have a culture that allow us to do that. The second one is to have a sponsorship, a really strong sponsorship from our C-level executives to keep building a very robust technological platform. So we are investing heavily this year, doing a lot of AI, building agents, and I believe that we have technology waves that each one improves the next one. So we did a move in 2017 to cloud computing. That helped us a lot to build a data platform, that helps a lot to build the AI models, and now it's helping a lot to build the next wave of technology that I see as the AI agentic world that we'll be living in. And the third one is a long-term and creative mindset that we have. So I think if we keep those three pillars and we are embedding them in our core values, we'll keep as a very innovative company in the coming years.
That's amazing. Gui, thank you so much. It's been an amazing conversation. Thank you all for joining us, and see you next time.
Thank you, Rafa. Thank you, everyone.